All right, so we're on our Thrillshare page and we are in the geometry class. So in materials, you should have your syllabus and your class schedule. It is also here in class info. So we're gonna go to class info and it says, here's the link to your syllabus. So we're going to click on that link. And it will take you to this syllabus. All right, it has a small description. I'm Trina Larson. You can call me Mrs. Larson in my classroom, and I am excited to explore math with you. I know some of you feel that you're bad at math because of your previous experiences, but I want you to be open to new perspectives. A lot of you think you're bad at math because you tried it once and it was hard and you didn't do that well at it. But I would like to liken this unto sports. Not very many people are the best or the most amazing when they're a little kid trying sports. And I don't want you to feel like math is like you're good or you're not good. There's very different types of brains that are good at math, but they're good at different types of math, and that's okay. And even if you're bad at math, I know that you can succeed in this class. I know that you can get the work done and that you can have a better understanding than you did at the beginning of this. I don't expect it to be your favorite subject. I know, it's a math class. But I do expect you to respect others and hopefully have a good time in this class. So again, I know each of you are intelligent, and even if you miss a math problem, or even if you fail a math test, or even whatever you do in my classroom, that's not going to change my knowledge that you're intelligent, even though you're silly, silly teenagers. Okay, and I want you guys to work out problems the best way that it works for you. If drawing out a visual representation is what works good for you, if drawing out an equation works good for you, if writing an explanation in a paragraph works good for you, I want to see that. I want to see how you guys all do math differently. I think it will be a great strength to our classroom. Okay, so class structure and grades. So if you had me last year, it's going to be a little bit different than last year. If you didn't, that's okay. The structure of each week is going to be the same, just like last week. And you can see what your assignments are by going to this link. This is also the same link that is in your class info that takes you to your class schedule. So we'll go there now. So we're going to click the link. It's not letting me go there. Let's see. Oh yeah, we want to go to Sheets. All right. So again, this is actually both the Algebra 2 and the Geometry schedule. Depending on what you're looking for, you can see down here at the bottom, it's got all of those. So again, we were in Geometry and we are going to do fall. I have not edited this for 2024 on the name. I have edited it in the thing. Okay. So you can see this week we are doing today the intro, procedures, and rules. You are going to be doing STAR Math tomorrow. And then we will have our first kind of quiz, and we are going to be finishing up binder decorations, which I haven't really gotten to yet. But as you can see all of what we're going to be doing for the next while, this whole semester, next semester. So if you're ever wondering what we're doing that week, you can come here. I will explain now. Well, we'll go back to where we were at Thrillshare. Okay, so back on this, so in each week, so each day we will start with a discussion or a question. These questions are actually not what you would think of as mathematical, but they are important for your brain development, and they're just your logical processing skills. So they may be a random question about science, how you would solve a certain problem, or they may be a philosophy question. So these questions are to get your mind working in a logical processing fashion. And actually, this is why we do math in school. It's not necessarily to remember all of the equations. I promise you won't. It's okay. We have Google, we have books. It's okay. But it's to be able to logically process through material. And the more you know about different types of equations and different types of questions, the better your brain will be able to logically process through any new material that comes up. Because that really is the goal, is that you will be able to use problem solving in your own life as you go on from this class. Because again, I'm not going to be like there to come and help you with a question. So we're hoping to make you independent problem solvers. Okay, so that will be where your open discussion participation points come from. There will be 10 points per week for this, and that means 2 points for each time you write down a question, and then there's actually another 2 points at the end, so 4 days with 2 points, that's 8, and then 2 extra points for making sure that you're joining in the discussion with your peers and with the class. That doesn't have to be every day, but I should see you doing this at least once in the week. Okay, so for general weeks, they will consist of 2 days of example problems where we will work one together on the board, and then you will do the checks on your own. I did not like the way we did notes last year. I changed it so many times, and this is what we are going to try this year, is we are going to be trying to parse through this together, and I want to hear your input. I don't want to be standing up here explaining things all by myself, and so I would like you guys to be doing the checks by yourself or with your group, and then we will actually stand up and switch groups papers, and we will do some peer editing. And so once we do that peer grading, I don't want you to just mark it right or wrong. I want you to write an explanation of why it's right or why it's wrong. So I'm less concerned about the answer or the solution and more concerned about the process. Again, that's going to be what helps you to use your logical processing skills. So I would like you, as you're editing, to make a comment on where they went wrong. Did they miss a negative? Is their equation not really matching up or modeling the situation? And also, when you're grading, this is something I try and do, is if you see anything really cool about the way they did their math, I would like you to write a comment about that, a happy comment. And so that will be what we're doing for the first 2 days of every general week. And then the next 2 days will be followed by, we will do a hands-on activity all together in class. And then the last day, you'll be able to pick either written work or online work. And so you'll have some problems to do. And I've kind of designed this because I want you guys to see a more general approach of how this mathematics is applied. And then I would like you guys to see doing it on a piece of paper, what they're expecting of you on a test, what I'm expecting of you on a test, and how maybe connecting those two things might make you remember more of the logical processing skills that you use to solve a problem like this. All right, we also have test and quiz weeks. This will consist of a review of the module, which will be similar to the test. This is extra credit. This is the same as last year, so if you had me last year, we will be doing a review each week. And then normally we will do a review game of that review. Some weeks we may not have time for that, but this review is supposed to be just like your tests, so you don't have any surprises coming up and hitting you on the test. Because again, I am concerned with the process. I am concerned with how you do on the test. So I don't like doing multiple choice tests because they're very concerned with the answer, and what I'm concerned with is the process. So in your tests, the answer is actually only worth 3 points, and then the work is worth 7 points on each of your questions. And just like last year, your quiz should be about 12 questions. You need to answer 10 of them to get full points. You may answer all 12 of them if you want to get that extra credit, or if you want to just ensure that that is correct. And again, each question is worth 10 points, and 3 of the points are the answer, and 7 of the points are the solution, how you did it. And that can be, again, you can write it out in a paragraph, you can show me a picture, you can give me an equation, math work, and that's what I want to see on your guys' tests. And then we will also have some sort of presenter or project on most quiz weeks. I think that applying things from the real world or people from the real world in your mathematics is important. So please give them the respect that they deserve. They are past high school age. They have careers that they're using this knowledge in. So they deserve your respect. Awesome. Okay, here is kind of the grade breakdown. So the grades will be split into tests and assignments just like last year. And just like last year, it's 50% on each. And this year I've kind of given you a rubric of what that means. It's 1,000 points per semester for your test category and 1,000 points for your assignment category. So your projects and presentation reports, one per module, will be 50 points each. So that's 300 points total. Quizzes, one per module, 50 points each, 300 points total. And then semester cumulative final. It's going to be half test, half project, or presentation. We haven't decided that yet. And that will be 400 points total. So 200 points for the test part and 200 points for the project part. Okay, and then our assignments category. The open discussion participation, again, that's going to be those journals. The procedures, that's going to be, this is 200 points. This is 200 points for the semester. So procedures means cleaning up after yourself. I think I forgot to mention this, but each of you will receive a binder. It's going to be a 1.5 inch binder, and it should be able to fit your book and either some loose leaf paper or a notebook that you will keep all of your journal entries in. And that is where those open discussion participation points will come from, as well as, like I said, participating each week. And procedures, make sure you put your binder back where it goes. And I'm going to just turn my camera really quick now to the back of the classroom. Right back there will be where your binders go. This will also be where, after this video, you will pick up a binder. Your class name will be written above which binder set is yours, and you can pick a binder up. It should be one specific color for your class, and design a cover for it. I will tell you at the end of this video, there'll be some specifications on what your binder cover needs to include so that it makes it easy for me to grade. All right, back to this. All right, so procedures is making sure all your stuff is put away. There will be a little chair, one chair in each group that has kind of a case that holds all of the calculators and equation sheets and possibly some pens and pencils and things for that group. And you need to make sure that that stuff is put away. Last year we had stuff all over. If we have a hands-on activity, it needs to be put away before we leave class. And again, that will be a grade this year. I don't want to be losing my calculators. I don't want to be losing all the things that we've paid a lot of money for to have for this classroom. Okay, so that'll be your procedures. And then graded checks. That is the checks or the things that we're doing at the beginning of, or for the first 2 days in each week. Those checks are going to be the kind of the core of your notes. We are going to keep them with each module in your book. And so those loose leaf papers are going to be tucked in your book where the checks were done. And yes, you will be doing the checks on a separate piece of paper because I think that there's not enough room in your book, okay? All right. And then our written and online work. Again, at the end of each week, you'll have the option to either do a written assignment or an online assignment. And those are going to be 20 points each, 300 points for the semester. And then hands-on work. These are also going to be 300 points each. 300 points for the semester, 20 points each. So I give you this so that you can know what things you need to keep up with. I know school is a lot, and I know there are going to be times where you need to give and take in your classes. I'm not going to hate you if you don't turn in an assignment. I do accept late work, and so I would love it if you would go back and do your assignment, because again, your assignments are to get you ready for your tests and to, again, more importantly than your tests, improve your logical processing skills for your future. So if you have the chance to do that late work, please do it. Keep your grade up, but don't think I'm gonna hate you if you don't turn in an assignment. That's not gonna happen. I was in school. I know what it's like to try and juggle things and to make the most important choice to keep your grades where they need to be. Okay, policies and rules. So these are just a few things besides your curriculum, your content. No phones. So this was bad last year, and it really detracted from people paying attention in class. So if I catch you with your phone out, even if it's just sitting on the table, I will turn it into the office where you can pick it up at the end of the day. So don't ask for it back. You're not going to get it back. I'm going to turn it into the office. If you need to use your phone for a picture or an emergency, please let me know. I am not going to say no on an emergency, but you will need to step out of the classroom to handle those things because phones have just been such a big distraction these past couple years. Hey, I also will be offering 5 points per week extra credit for those who turn in their phone at the beginning of class each day. If you don't have a phone, we can also work that out. I'll just, at the beginning of school, if you'll just have your parent send me you can just send me a message on Thrillshare if you don't have a phone, and you'll still be getting those points, as we are just trying not to have this distraction in our class. If you do have a phone and you send me one of those, and then I take your phone away, I'm gonna be really disappointed in you, and obviously your extra credit points will be taken away for what you've received up to that point. Okay, bathrooms. Again, bathrooms was something that I was pretty lax on last year, but the school did not really appreciate, as there have been lots of troubles in the bathrooms. So you are not going to be using the bathroom more than twice a week in any given class. So you must use a sign out sheet when you leave, and you have to sign back in. And again, as always, there may be situations that are outside of this realm, an emergency situation. Please communicate with me. I am not going to make you sit here and pee your pants, but you need to be responsible for this or have an extenuating circumstance as if it gets to be a problem. So I will be offering 2 points per week extra credit for those who don't use the restroom that week. And so I wanted to, again, turn this. The sign out sheet is over there on the filing cabinet, and I'm actually going to go get it and bring it to the camera so that you guys can see what it's like. So you'll come over here to sign out, and this sheet is actually made with previous students, so your name's not going to be on it yet, but this is what it looks like. You will find your name, and you'll go to what date or week it is, and you'll say, this is my time out for this week. And you'll put whatever time it is, if it's 10:02 or whatever. And then when you return, you'll put your time back in. And this is going to be my grade sheet, so I know if you're getting those extra credit points or not. You are required to sign out. If you are not signing out, then again, your extra credit points that you've received previously will be taken away from you. This is a responsibility thing. It is so that I can give the office information if they find problems in the bathroom, who was there at what time. So this is to make sure that you're not getting blamed if it wasn't you, and if you're the one causing problems, that we can report that so that other people aren't having those consequences. All right, so again, that is going to be on this back desk, or a back filing cabinet where you're gonna turn in things. All right, let's come back over here. All right, okay, and the last thing on this list is late work. So again, I believe in the working world, at least in my experience, that communicating when you make a mistake or when you're going to miss a deadline is actually the key to success. In a lot of jobs, a lot of professions, there are going to be deadlines that are going to be missed. And so what I would like to see with late work is you communicating with me, as I am sort of your supervisor. I'm the one that's giving you credit for the tasks that you're getting. And I do give credit for late work. You can turn in late work all the way up to the end of the semester. After the semester ends, that's just is what it is, because we're moving on to the next set of grades. But I'm not going to accept late work that is not communicated about. If you don't send me a Thrillshare message or an email, you are not going to get credit for that work. I'm not going to grade it. This is an important skill to learn, is communicating about things that you're going to need extenuating circumstances on. So again, I do accept late work. I believe that late work is fine in my classroom. I don't want to hear what other teachers are doing in their classroom. I respect that that's their classroom, and I believe there's other skills they're trying to teach you. So get off your high horse or whatever. But I do believe that it is a skill to communicate. And so that's what I'm trying to work on with you. And again, I will not accept late work if you're not communicating with me. Just write me an email. You don't have to call me. You don't have to hear my voice. Just write me a little message saying, hey, this is what I'm missing. This is what I'm turning in. This is when it is from, okay? I want to know what the title is that you're missing, when it was from, and now when you're turning it in, okay? All right, procedures. So this is what you're getting that grade on. Make sure you're writing your questions and your answers of the day in your binder each day, okay? And label it with the date and the question. So then turn in your work in the correct locations. This is another procedural thing. Your graded checks will be kept in your binder because they'll be going with your book, and that's kind of to have as notes. Hands-on should be on Thrillshare. So again, Thrillshare is what we were on to find this document. And unless it's specified in the cabinet. So sometimes we'll have a hands-on that really, you don't need to type up a whole thing, and I'll just have you turn that into the filing cabinet in the back. Online is ALEKS. You go through McGraw-Hill, which will be the same place where you will find your book and your ALEKS work. I don't like doing the online work out of the book because it doesn't integrate as much success as the ALEKS program, so we do it on ALEKS. And then the written work will be turned in the filing cabinet in class, so again in the back. And there is a spot for turning things in late and turning things in normally. And this year with your graded stuff, I think I'm just going to be putting it in your pouches that hold your binder. Sorry. Not thinking so good. Anyway, another thing, your procedures, you're expected to clear your desk and your area before you leave each day. I will call you back over the intercom and I will make it embarrassing if you don't. Make sure your binder is in its correct slot and that your materials are correctly stowed. And again, in each group, there should be one chair that has a little pouch on the back, and that's where your calculators and things will go. All right, and then no names. Last year, I did not have a good system for no names. So this year, if you have a no name, or if there is a no name in my group of grading, I will be posting it on the whiteboard over the couch. Ooh, that one over there by the flag. So that is where you will find any no names. If you're sure you turned something in, but I have it marked as a 0, you probably want to check the no names. Okay, finally, expectations. So, math has problems. Math was created to solve problems. It is going to be difficult because it's the whole process by which we look at the world and solve things. So I don't want you to expect that it won't be difficult or that I'm not going to let you struggle through things, but I do want you to know that your first guess is not going to be right all the time, and that's okay. And I promise that as you learn more and you question your own processes, you will get better. I want to focus on problem-solving capacity with my students this year and leveraging our ability to become systematic thinkers. So if you were with me last year, you'll know that systems thinking is kind of one of my passions at this point. And so I will be kind of trying to indoctrinate you into that systematic thinking. You can resist, it's fine. But I believe that systems thinking, learning how to leverage what materials you do know to solve a problem, is going to be the future of success in our world. Okay, so you can expect me to ask questions like, what was your first impression of the problem? Is this like any problem you've seen before? What is the problem actually asking you? Can you eliminate any extraneous information? I will be trying to ask you questions, guiding questions. I don't want to just give you the answer. I will help you go through a problem. I will help you solve through problems. I'm not going to tell you no, but recognize that I'm going to be looking for you to be putting in that effort, to be answering questions, to be moving along with me as I'm helping you with information. You can expect that I may want you to try problems without giving you my method, because I want to see your method. I want to see your problem solving, or even to share your method with other students. If I notice that you're doing awesome and that you understand something, I would love for you to teach that to somebody else. And it will make you better, I promise. Teaching math has been how I understand math so much better. All right. I will try not to steal your pencil. I'm actually super bad at this because I just get so excited when we start solving a problem and I'm like, I see the solution. Tell me no. Be like, no, I'm supposed to do this. I don't want to steal your pencil, okay? No stealing of the pencils. I will try not to do that. And you should be writing your own work, even if you're getting help. I expect you to continue working on problems while you're waiting for help. If you have a problem that you're stuck on, try going on to the next problem. It wastes a lot of time in class, opportunities that you could be working on assignments with your peers. Like I said, we're going to be in groups, so maybe ask somebody in your group. I do expect you to show your work in any way, whether that be a sentence, a picture, of a calculator, an equation, to receive credit. Your work is the most important part. You can expect me to update grades at least once per week and to get back to emails within 24 hours on weekdays. Weekends are kind of off limits in the sense that I do not make any promises on weekends. You can email me and I will try to respond to you, but it is my time with my family. I do like to go home and be with my children and be with my husband. All right. And then lastly, I expect you to respect of others, or to show respectful, be respectful of others, and to give other people respect and pride in our differences. It is okay to be different. It is what makes the world go round. If everybody was like me, we would live in a pretty boring world. And if everyone was like other people, they would not have any solutions. So it is important that we celebrate the successes and differences that we have. And I promise math is for more people than just left brain people. Math is used all around the world. And please, 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 I am so excited to see your guys' improvement this year. And again, I like you guys. It's okay. I genuinely want to be here with you, and I want you guys to enjoy this class. All right. So that was the syllabus representation. Now I am going to take you to just our basic assignments that are going to be this week. So in your Thrillshare, you have classwork. So you guys did this last year if you're in my Algebra 2 class, but for my geometry class, we like to build playlists. I love hearing people's music because I think it describes them in such a different way. So the first assignment is help me build your class playlist. It's an extra credit assignment. The goal of these first few assignments is to get you used to submitting things on Thrillshare. So it says, one of my favorite ways to get to know students is by building a class playlist. Please send me your favorite tunes so we can listen to them in class. Make sure your music is school appropriate. No swearing. No obvious innuendos, no dirty music. I will be listening to them before approving them for the list. You'll receive 5 points of extra credit for this assignment. This year I'll be building it on Spotify. Feel free to drop me a link to a playlist or share it to my Spotify. I put a link to my Spotify here. You're always welcome to add more songs throughout the year. Just let me know so I can actually put them on the playlist. And then the other assignment that is here is send me a meme. Again, I love things that describe people in a different way than just like what they tell me. And so send me a meme. This assignment, again, is purely so you can get the hang of submitting and uploading things on Thrillshare. Make sure it's school appropriate. And I would really like you to paste it on a Google Doc and make the picture take up the whole page so that I can hang it up nicely, and then submit it here. And when you submit things, you can upload a document to submit it. So that's what I'm hoping for you. So that's going to be an assignment that's going to be ongoing throughout the week. You can be working on this at any time. The other thing that you can be doing right now is making your binder the way that you love it, okay? So again, your binders are going to be found in the pouches in the back of the room, and each pouch will have the name of the class above it, and it will have a specific color in just those pouches. So, a binder, I need to make sure that your name is on the spine, and when you put your binder away, you're going to slide it in like this. So I would like you to put your name up here too. Other than that, you can draw whatever you want. Again, they will have this little thing so you can just take a piece of paper, draw what you want, or you can print something off that you like. We usually have a competition to see which one my children like the best. So if you're down for that, we'll do that. Again, put your name right here on the front and put your name on the spine so that it's easy to grade for me. We will also be sorting them alphabetically. You will have a specific slot to put your binder in. If we have our books by this point, you can put your book in there. We can get your journal stuff in there. And that's what you're going to be doing today. I'm so glad I get to be your teacher. I'm sorry I'm not there, but I will see you soon.